Google have offered two kinds of product listings. Product listing ads were paid search results, CPC driven and part of the AdWords program. Shopping results were free, part of product search results but not part of AdWords. And both were driven from data feeds in the Google Merchant Center. Google's now combining those two product listing types to create a unified ad type. Ads show title, image, price, merchant domain and promotions. Product attribute feeds are managed through the Google Merchant Center, whereas ads and bids are managed through Google AdWords. Google made this change in October last year in the United States, and they're going to start to roll it out to major European markets starting February the 13th and completing that by the end of the second quarter. To implement PLAs, you need to be supplying a product feed to the Google Merchant Center, but most retail advertisers will already be doing this. Connect your AdWords and your Merchant Center accounts, and from within AdWords, create dedicated campaigns for that extension type. Campaigns need to be aligned for relevancy and control, and PLAs use 6 types of product targets instead of keywords to determine which products should be shown in search results. You can choose all products, but I'd really recommend against this and create a focused subset of product groups. The different types of groupings are brand, category, condition, AdWords label, AdWords grouping and ID. So for example, if you're a shoe retailer and you want to filter your PLAs for Nike, you'd use a product target of brand equaling Nike. You then set bids at a granular level of product target instead of all targets or ad group. You can also use negative keywords for further refinement and control, and obviously it's important that product feeds are updated very frequently to stay aligned with your latest prices and stock levels. So we've had the chance to analyse the data we've got from the US in the last 3 months, and there's some great insights there for European advertisers to plan their approach to PLAs. Overall, in the last quarter of last year, US retailers' spend on paid search was up about 16% year on year, and PLAs accounted for about 10.7% of overall paid search spend. That's almost as much as they spent in total on Bing, which was 13.8% of their paid search budgets. Some interesting differences are that PLAs have a 34% higher click-through rate than non-PLA ads, which makes sense given the larger space they take up and the image given to PLAs that normal search ads don't have. However, average order values for PLAs was 12% lower than standard ads, and that could be because people are clicking on PLAs because they're more price sensitive or using the ads to do price comparison. What we also saw in the US data was that 15 to 20% of all clicks begin with a PLA ad but end with a non-PLA ad. 3 things you should be doing to take advantage of PLAs when they launch in Europe. First of all, make sure you're submitting that product feed to the Google Merchant Center and then it's being updated very regularly. Second, create a strategy and a testing process to discover what the optimal campaign structure is for your advertising and for your products. And lastly, make sure you assign budgets correctly between PLAs and other Google opportunities in search, and of course other search engines like Yahoo, Bing or Yandex. And that way you can make sure you get the best return for your overall investment.